Once an underdog, now considered a major player.
Hello guys, you're welcome to Fedoski Space. In this channel, we bring you news of anything happening anywhere. And on this channel, we're talking about the visitation of the national coordinator of obedient movement. Like, obedient movement is now a movement with a structure, not the one without a structure. So the national coordinator was invited to Channels Television to come and grant an interview concerning the recent meetings that Peter Obi has been attending to know if there will be any coalition or any merging coming the next presidential election.
What are all these meetings about? Are we looking towards a coalition or a merger?
Okay, basically, five things. Nigeria is in a dire need of rescue. There's no doubt. It's clear and everybody can see that. Two, the level of poverty is so high, especially in the northern part. Three, democracy has been deliberately put in danger by this government. Four, the level of decay in the system is so alarming that some have even lost complete hope. When you look at the issue of economy of the country, it's so much left to be desired. There was a shop we used to barb our head some couple of weeks ago. It has closed up because there's no business. Now this is in Abuja. And when you look at the man, Peter Obi, he has always been interested in these areas of needs of the Nigerian people. In fact, sometimes the nomadic nature of the man scares me. Peter Obi, he has always been interested in these areas of needs of the Nigerian people. In fact, sometimes the nomadic nature of the man scares me. Sometimes you see him in Cambridge, you see him in Akwa Ibom, you see him in Maiduguri, you see him in Zamfara, where the killing is so huge, and he traveled by roads. Those are the things of concern to His Excellency Peter Obi. And he said, look, let's hit the road. Apart from flying from one part of the country, let's go even through the roads.
Obedient Movement National Coordinator actually highlighted the resistance that Peter Obi has been getting from Nigerian governors. Like, these governors have issues in their states that they do not want to directly and immediately attack. But whenever Peter Obi rises to go and handle those issues, he will always meet resistance from this governor. I don't know where we got all the governors in Nigerians from. I do not actually know how we picked these people. Anyway, we did not pick them. They picked themselves. Because I do not understand, if you do not have the mind of people, you do not have the hearts of people to come and work, and you come to work and there are works for you to do, you are not doing it, then someone that doesn't get comfortable seeing issues unresolved comes to resolve the issue. You said no. We have the one that happened in Benue State. The Fulanis attacking villagers, killing people in masses. The governor was there doing nothing. Peter Obi heard of it and wanted to go and visit the camps of those people that have been displaced from their houses, but was met with resistance. But what could the man do? Peter Obi went back. He couldn't go again to do it. And I don't know what the governor has done concerning that issue. Seriously.
And you are all witness to what happened to him on his way to Benue State. Just for him to visit the IDP camps, to see the people in their dire needs. And of course, the governor, who was scared to receive such a person, refused him entry. He has to even turn back. To a point, I always ask him, His Excellency, all of this danger that we face, he said, well, you can't run away because the people need you. And you must be there for the people. That's why he's always there. And that is the crux of the matter. Of synergizing with the people. Not left, right, and center, south, east, west. Meet with the people. Speak to them in the language that they will understand. that this is about rescuing Nigeria. This is about putting food on the table for the Nigerian people. Connect with the Nigerian youth irrespective of where they reside. Recently, His Excellency just did a program of entrepreneurship trying to help the younger ones, donating money into it. Now, meeting the northern youth, northern leaders, is like, look, gentlemen, this country needs help. How do we connect with each other? And I must say here, there's been a tremendous relationship between His Excellency Peter Obi and the northern part of this country. That is a connect that is needed.
The national coordinator said that all these meetings that have been going on, meeting that Peter Obi has been attending, that attacked coalition meeting, merging meeting and all that Peter Obi does not have any intention of leaving Labour Party, that if he wants to vie for any position, that it must be from Labour Party, that the meeting has to do with Nigerians coming together to put hands together to know how to, how to rescue Nigeria from the strong hands that have been holding this Nigeria for years. That's what the meeting is all about. Just listen to him now.
What you are seeing is a coming together of Nigerians thinking alike, trying to find solution to the problems of the country, and said, look, how do we get Nigerians out of this wood?
The show host was very inquisitive. He wants the national coordinator, Dr. Tanko Yunusel, to actually call it a name, because all the meeting that Peter Obi has been attending has been labeled or tagged coalition stuff and all that. So he was actually inquiring if the coalition has to do with political party or something else. But the national coordinator was smart enough to answer that the coalition is a coalition of individuals who understand that Nigeria currently needs rescue. So that's what the coalition is all about. It's not about party. It's about individuals that have the minds of people, that can feel people, Nigerian citizens, that can feel the plight of Nigerian citizens.
Is it early to ask you what conversation he's having with regard to whether he's taking the vice presidential position or candidate offer or the president?
Let me make a clarification. The coalition, yes, Mr. Peter Obi, is a coalition discussion with like minds who are interested in rescuing Nigeria from the earlier point I enumerated. Okay? But you could see clearly, this is not coalition of political party yet. These are coalition of individual candidates who believe that Nigeria needs to be rescued. So until you connect with each other and understand the basics of why me and you are discussing, then we will talk further. At the moment, a lot of understanding is being established as regard to the point of what we need Nigeria to be, not what it is at the moment. That is the most important thing. Mr. Peter Obi kind of politics is about the people. It was amazing yesterday, while we just left each other, he was in Lagos, he called and he was trying to find out that how can you talk about tax when the people are in poverty? How can you put an electricity tariff? And he was talking on top of his voice, you can feel the pain in him. That's supposed to be the most important thing at everybody's mind at the moment, because without the people, there is no politicking.
Well, what?
There is a concern that was raised by this television host that is hosting this interview. And it is a concern, and I know that this concern must be in the mind of every obedient. Like Peter Obi left Apuga, from Apuga to PDP, and from PDP to Labour Party, because he is people-oriented and issue-oriented politician. But seeing him in coalition meetings with those from those parties he left because he had an honest intention towards the citizens of Nigeria, having meetings with those politicians that we tagged bad politicians, it raises concern and it raises doubt. In as much as we trust the judgment of Peter Obi, but we are still worried for him that he is still frolicking with those politicians that we termed bad politicians. But I'm so impressed by the response of this national coordinator of obedient movement. Seriously, Peter Obi intelligently handpicked the people he's working with. I want you to listen to his response, listen to the question, then listen to the response of this our national coordinator.
I've also followed conversation from the people,
Yeah.
most of which are the obedient movements. And I know that in the build-up to the 2023 elections, the obedient movement were sort of a pressure force to make sure that Mr. Obi left the PDP to a new party, the Labour Party at the time, just so that he could be a man on his own and not associate with persons they consider to be the problem of the country. Those are the kind of people he's meeting with now. And so some are raising concerns as to what man says that I want a new path for Nigeria based on my ideology and my clean record, so to speak, without associating with people who are with like minds with regard to the state of the country and who have put the country where the country is today.
See, the politics of Mr. Peter Obi is quite distinct. It's not the conventional way of politics that people think. Have you ever seen Mr. Peter Obi abusing anybody? He doesn't even call names. He deals with the issue. He's an issue-based kind of politician. And he never engaged anything about violence. And that's what makes him different and distinct. He has been able to connect with the Nigerian youth who are in full demand. They are not requesting. They are demanding for good governance. And so we call anybody who is demanding for good governance in Nigeria as an obedient. And that is the message and the principles of Peter Obi, and that is what is selling to the Nigerian youth, and they bought into it. And now what they are asking, which is very much in line with his own principle, is that, look, we want you to help us champion that particular cause and give us good governance as you preach. So in the process of trying to reach out to people, sometimes you may meet somebody who does not even believe in you, like a case in what happened in a coffee shop where Mr. Peter Obi met the Nigerian youth just recently in Abuja. And he said, I don't like staying where I've always been hailed. You must bring out some bad things about me so that I will improve on it to make me better and to deliver the people. That is a sound mind speaking. It is not everybody that speak in that direction. And they are in the hall. Simply, the people, the young boys and girls identify Obinna, now becoming popular in the social media, that, look, the guy has been criticizing Peter Obi, and Peter Obi said, hey, young man, I want to hear your criticisms. How many of our leaders as of today does that?
Let me ask you a question. How do you respond to those who wonder what sort of change Mr. Obi could bring to Nigeria by having conversations with people he chose not to associate himself with because of the state of the country, who have led this country over time and have sort of failed this country?
Who would have thought that the messages of Peter Obi will have resonated with the Nigerian youth today? Nobody. Because at the point in time, they were more interested in music and all of that. Even those older ones who did not even want to associate themselves with him, many did not want to associate themselves with him. In fact, when they see him, they run. But today, he's one of the most requested politicians in Nigeria, just like you said, because he's been able to take care of the negative thinking of those particular persons and return it into a positive energy. And that is what we should be able to do. And that's what he has been able to do as a person. With all due respect, what is the correctional center for? When you arrest a criminal and put him in a correctional center, what are you hoping for? You are hoping that probably in the prison he will change and then become a better person. Really so? So now, many of the people that have done a lot of wrongs think differently. Because an alternative message has been sent to you by a single person. And that particular message makes sense to you. And so you are thinking that, okay, why don't I try this particular energy and turn the country around? And that does not stop you from becoming a rich person. Instead of you engaging into criminal tendency and stealing the country to a point of stupor, a Peter Obi led the government of Anambra, and he didn't have a huge dining table where people come in every now and then to come and do buffet. He has only 4 chairs and 4 tables. And when you come in to spend your time with him, you exchange presents. Of course, he will offer you normal things that's supposed to be offered. But you don't expect this kind of over-bloated kind of thing that happens. Because the money is needed somewhere. And he applied this money somewhere and then for a benefit of the people. That is the kind of politician we need, that kind of a person. And that is the reason why if you showcase this kind of attitude, people are willing to learn and people are willing to change. So talking to some other persons who may not have been doing the right thing before, now they want to turn into a leader, is a plus, not to him alone, but to the Nigerian people. So he always say, thank you. Everybody is important. Even a madman is important. Reach out, communicate with them, speak with them in a language that they can understand. Turn around their psyche and make them believe in Nigeria and make productive use of whatever opportunity they have for the people.
My people, oh, when I don't hear them now, talk many for this interview, but I just highlighted the most important one. If you are obedient, one of the obedient people that are supporting Peter Obi for his political aspiration to rescue us from the evil hands that are holding us in this country, you are in the right track, and I seriously trust Obi's judgment, his decision, because he has proven over time that he is a very wise person. So we are solidly behind him. Every news that has to do with Obi, I must be bringing it on this particular channel. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, do well to subscribe and also like this video. If you have friends that are very much interested in Obi, Peter Obi talks and discussion, you can share this video with that friend. Till we meet again in my next video. Bye.